Hitty. What the hell was that, dude? All right, man. Okay. So, hello, everybody. I'm Robert. This is Guitar Journeys. Welcome. Yesterday, I was changing strings on my Acoustasonic. I've been meaning to do that for a long time, and I finally did it. And then I had something really weird happen to me that I never had happen before. On the low E string, the pin, hang on just a minute, y'all. I'm going to place y'all this direction for a second. Okay, I'm going to run over here and grab my tea. For those that know me, you know I get my tea every morning. Well, it's not morning anymore, is it? But anyways, I get my tea. For one, it's healthy. All right, let me feed these stupid fish. I need to get some more fish food. Probably ought to order that from Amazon. Y'all see me over here? All right. So, this is my Martin guitar. And this guitar has 12s on it. So, when I was gonna, well, let me say it again. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Here I am over here. When I was doing a acoustic, it was a Delta acoustic slide course that I bought. I put 12s on this guitar. Mike! Where you been, dude? You been out working or what? Well, like I was saying, way back when, I put 12s on this guitar. Because I thought it was a good idea. I thought I could use it for like doing, I was going to use it for like my dobro. And I did use it. But for just regular playing, those 12s are hard, man. They're hard on your fingers, I can tell you that right now. So anyways, I'm not going to change these right now, but I wanted to show you guys something. Okay? Yesterday, I couldn't get, wow, this one's really got some wear on it. Look at the wear on that thing, man. I don't know where that camera's at. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't see it. There you go. You can see it right there. That's a major wear right there. It almost looks like somebody did that. Okay, so what happened yesterday, on my low E string, on my other guitar that I put strings on, every time I would tighten up the string, come on, baby. Every time I would tighten up the string, this peg or pin, there we go. That's hard to get that up there. Let's see. Anyways, every time I would tighten up the low E string, this pin would pop up about a half an inch. I could not get that stupid thing to stay down for nothing. I even had to end the live stream with it still sticking up in the air. Man, that is some big, thick strings. I can tell you that's almost like a bass string, I think. So what I did, after I ended the live stream, I went and I watched a video on what to do. And there was a guy that was, let me see what I do with that sandpaper. Okay. So there was a guy doing a video on this. And yeah, they're like jumper cables. So what this guy in the video said is take a piece of sandpaper and sand this pin, like right here. Sand that so it's at a better, like an angle, like, you know, instead of it being flat, make an angle out of it. And it worked. It totally did work. I put that little bit of angle on there, and after that, the pin, it raised a little bit, but owie! That little bastard got me. I am not a luthier, no. Not by any means. But I do work on my own guitars. I kind of think that if you're going to be like doing guitars, you should be able to at least change your strings. Now, I'm a pretty handy person. I do all my own work around the house, and I always done all my own like mechanical work. You know, light mechanic, like changing the brakes and stuff like that, changing the fluids. But you should be able to change your strings. I don't think that changing strings are too difficult. Only like yesterday, though, well, let me read what you wrote, okay? Let me read it first, all right? Yeah, I would change them. I usually change my strings about every year. And I don't change them because they're not sounding good. I just change them because, well, most of the time they start to come apart. That's one of the reasons I'm going to try to get away from using Alexa strings. And I'm not a real big fan of Fender strings either. I used some Fender strings one time. And, you know, I was saying yesterday, and I could be totally wrong. What do you think, Mike, about what I was saying about the strings? I never really noticed a sound difference in the brand of strings. The only thing I noticed, you know, when it comes to the sound difference, is the gauge of the strings. Your bigger gauge, your thicker gauge strings will give you more volume. But they're also harder to push down. Like these right here are 12s. If you play a couple of songs on this guitar, your fingers will be hurting. I don't know, man. Oh, Mike said they're not too good. I've never heard of that. You know, bullet strings. But if the strings have been on there for more than a year, you say they've been on there for a long time, You see like these strings right here? If you run your thumb down that string, you can feel grooves in it. And now these strings here, I believe, are Martin strings. They have Eric Clapton's on the picture of Eric Clapton on it, and they're Martin strings. But they've been on here for a good probably 5 or 6 years. But I can feel, like like I said, if you run your thumb down there, you could feel like where they're coming apart. So yeah, man, I would change them. I am trying these new strings. They're new to me, although I have used them on a couple other. Well, I used them on my travel guitar. But let me see, where are those strings at? Check out these strings, man. Try putting some of these on your gold top. They're from Labella. I got them off of Amazon. I think they're about somewhere around $8 to $10 for these. Oh my God. Yeah, I would definitely change the strings, man. You know, a lot of people use Ernie Ball strings. A lot of professional musicians use Ernie Ball. So I know they're good strings, but I've been trying these. They advertise to be the oldest string company in the world. They're made in USA. They're made in New York. They're reasonably priced. And yeah, I'm going to put these on my Stratocaster. But there's tons and tons of different string companies. I like this Labella. You know what impresses me about this company is that they make strings for everything. I mean, like anything that's got strings, right? Anything. They make strings for it. Mandolins, bass, banjos. They even make strings for like I want to call it a fiddle, but a violin. I don't know. Did I already say that? I might have already said that. But they literally, like any instrument that has strings on it, Labella makes strings for it. And that's kind of impressive to me. When I'm looking for strings, I've never seen Elixir or Ernie Ball advertise strings for other. What's your preference, Mike? What do you like? Are you an Ernie Ball guy? Now, Mike has been playing the guitar for a lot of years, okay? He's been around a while. He knows a lot about different stuff. Oh, you like the Diarios and the DR brand? What is the DR? I never heard of that. Like I say, man, there is tons and tons of different companies that make strings. Just try. But I would definitely change the strings if they're 30 years old. I definitely would. The strings alone are antiques, man. A good friend of mine, his dad passed away. And his dad had this old acoustic guitar that was made in Mexico. I mean, his dad was from Mexico. So he had this old acoustic guitar that was made in Mexico. And that thing was old, man. I mean, old, like, God, I don't know, 50 years old maybe. And he said, well, I want you to take a look at this guitar and tell me what you think about it. And I said, well, honestly, I would put it like, I don't know, man. Maybe put like some nylon strings on it and then hang it on the wall, you know, in memory of your dad. And he said, why is that? And I said, it's real old, man. And I didn't want to say that it didn't look like it was in very good condition, but it didn't. And I said, I really don't even know if that thing will handle putting strings on it. It might break. And he said, oh, I don't know. I think I'm going to put some strings on it. I want to play it because that'll make me feel close to my dad. And I said, well, if you do put strings on it, put some real light strings. Don't put very, very heavy strings. And I told him I could try it. You know, I mean, I could put some strings on it if you'd like, but I'm not going to be responsible if something happens. And he said, no, that's okay. And I tried to tune it because there were strings on it, and I tried to tune it. And when I was trying to tune it, the E string broke. And I said, yeah, I don't know, man. I think I would just put it away somewhere, you know, maybe hanging on the wall, man. But he's bound and determined he wants to get that guitar and learn how to play it. I did, ouch, you little bastard. Them little things poke, dude. So, anyways, I got this guitar, I got the strings off of it. I'm not going to spend the time right now to put new strings on it. I did that yesterday on my live stream. So, I'm not going to do that right now, but I am going to oil it up a little bit so that I can come back later. Mike, have you ever had that problem where you couldn't get the pin to stay down? Yeah, that little bastard poked me. I'd never had that problem to that extent. I had that problem one time on my Taylor, but I did a really dumbass thing on my Taylor. I tried putting, I think it was 12s on that, and it cracked I think, I'm not 100% sure if that's what cracked it or not, but I think it is. What do they call this piece right here, Mike? This the saddle or the bridge? No, that's the saddle. This is the bridge. But it got cracked somehow. And I don't know. See, when I sold my house in Colorado, I had to go to closing. And it got really cold the night before and it snowed. So there was snow on the ground. It was freezing ass cold outside. And we had to be out of the house by a certain time on that day. Stupid the way they do things. So anyways, I had to take my guitar with me. And I had it out in the van. And I really didn't think that it would do... Let me see. Oh, these things look good. I really didn't think that it would hurt it to set out in the van. We were in there for probably about an hour. And then we drove about 8 or 9 hours. Anyways, later I got to looking at the bridge on my Taylor and it had a crack in it. So I actually called and I found a place here in Kansas that is licensed. I don't know if they're licensed, but they're qualified. Okay, they're qualified luthiers to work on Taylors. And the guy actually told me, he said, you know what? Leave it the way it is. It's not going to come apart just because it has a crack in it. It's not going to affect the sound. It's not going to come apart. Keep a lighter gauge strings on it and keep an eye on it. But at this point, I really wouldn't recommend trying to take that saddle off of there. So I took the guy's advice and I just left it on there. So it hasn't, the crack has not gotten any bigger. I asked him, I said, should I put a little glue in there? And he said, no, don't do that, man. Leave it the way it is. And he told me, you know, if it does get worse, which I don't think it will, if it does, call me up and schedule an appointment. And I'll take it off and replace it for you. But I've been keeping an eye on it, and that's been about probably 6 or 7 years ago. What do you think, Mike? Do you take and oil up your fretboards? I think that my Taylor is more of a fancier guitar, but as far as like the way they're built, I would say that this Martin is built stronger than my Taylor. Hang on just a minute, guys. I'm just trying to get this finished up. I want to get this oil on there, and then that way can have a chance to soak in while I'm doing the rest of my live stream. Okay. Alrighty. This goes in the trash pile. I don't think I'm going to save any of these strings, Mike. Maybe this high E string, I might save it. Nah, I'm trashing all of them. I'm throwing them all in the trash. Try new pins, perhaps. No. My Acoustasonics not very old. There was nothing wrong with the pins. What the problem was, number one, it was catching on this ball. Okay, that ball was catching on the bottom of that pin, and it was pulling it up. Number two, the braid, where they have this braided right here, that was not going in the groove. The groove was not big enough to hold that. So I took and sanded that groove out just a hair, and then I put an angle on that, and everything went okay. This pin right here, this pin, darn it, the pin that was on that low E, it looks like to me somebody has altered that pin a little bit. So I guess that's a pretty common problem to have. Okay, man, my knee's giving me problems today. I tell you, man, getting old as hell, right? Right, Mike? Anybody want to do a drop? Let me see. This is a open D tuning. Okay. We're not going to go through that. That's too much work for my brain, man. All right, so let's come over here. I'm going to make some videos today. I was going to make some videos yesterday, but when I got done with my strings, I was out of time. All right, can y'all see me good here? Do we need the ring light on? Let's see, let's get a little more light going here. There we go. Okay, so I oiled that dude up pretty good yesterday, but here it is. You probably can't see it, but that pin is still up just a hair, but it's holding, and I'm not gonna mess with it no more. Let's see what I do. What did I do? I will say this. I like these strings, man. I do like the way the strings feel. I like the way they look, and I like the way they feel. Yeah, it looks like someone, either it got grooved out, someone did it, you know, made the little groove, they made it thicker, or it was by strings that did it. That guitar over there, I'm thinking it's a little bit old. I found it on Craigslist, and the guy wanted $875 with the case, and I said, yeah, I'll do it. I was looking for an acoustic guitar that was a good guitar, but not a real expensive guitar, that didn't have any electronics. I just wanted a basic acoustic guitar. And I went on Craigslist, and I found that Martin. That B's real touchy. Okay. So anyways, I found that Martin. I went and I looked at it. And I tried to talk him down a little bit, and he wouldn't budge. He said, no, I think that $875 is a good price for that guitar. And I said, you won't come down a little bit, maybe $850? And he said, no. If you want it, you can buy it. If you don't want it, we're done. And I said, all right, calm down. I'll go get the money. So, yeah, man. That's the story of my Martin. I'm trying to learn that, Mike. What model is it? That's a good question, man. Let's take a look. I looked it up one time, and right after I bought it, when I got it home, I looked up the serial numbers, and it said it was about a $1,500 guitar. So I figured for $875, and the case is in like perfect condition. There's no nicks or big scratches or anything on the case. So let's go take a look at it. We will see if I can see in here. Okay, you ready? I'm going to give you the number. You write it down. It is a D and a 1-6 RGT. And it's made in America. I myself, and this is just my personal preferences. I like to buy American-made guitars. That's just me. I'm not saying everybody should do that. What you? Whoa! All right, we got some power right there, man. You know, everybody can do their own thing, man. You buy whatever you want to buy. I just like to buy American-made guitars. Oh, okay. I'm gonna turn that phone on. Oh yeah. Hang on, y'all. I'm gonna get the little music playing here. Okay, it's already connected. That's cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, let's go to some backing tracks. We'll do that. You have to be real careful when you're connecting this stereo with the Bluetooth and all that. Sometimes when it comes on full blast. That's not good on my speakers, man. My speakers are real old. So if I blew out one of those speakers, I'd have a hard time trying to replace it. I forgot my tea, man. Oh, that might be a little too close. Hang on, I'm gonna go get my tea. I'll be right back. Do you like to drink tea, Mike? Or is that too girly? I like the green tea. It's not got a whole lot of flavor to it. Let's see, what key we in here? I don't feel like looking, man. I mean, I don't feel like fishing for it. A minor, y'all. If anybody wants to join me, what's that mean? Chamomile. Oh, the tea. I got you. I got you, man. Cool. Oh, Mike, check this out, man. Yeah, I got you, buddy. I got you. Check this out, man. I was going through some guitar lessons on my TV. And I seen this guy giving a lesson on, it said the missing box, right? And this is the lesson that he gave, okay? I'm gonna show you what he was giving a lesson on. And I'm not 100% sure I got this right, but I'm like 99%. Okay, like where you got your A right here, see that A? Okay, so it's these 4 strings right here. Okay, so that's basically it, right? It's just those 4 strings. But like what he was saying, man, is do it everywhere. Everywhere that you have an A note, you can do that. Like over here. And then do the open with the open A right here. Let me see. I gotta get this so you guys can see me a little better. Maybe if I put it back a little further. I'm having a hard time with that. Okay, so this open A, I mean this A right here, and then use the open A. That's not an A, you dumbass. The only thing is like different, of course, and everybody knows this, when you cross that, when you cross the G string onto the B. So this A right here, you go like, for box 3. You like that backing track, Mike? I don't ever feel like I got enough energy to play that. In an A minor. It's a vintage punk in A minor. Let's see, how can we do that? I guess it's good practice. It's a little too fast for me though. But that's good practice. It is, man. Everything is good practice, dude. Okay, Mike, are you with me, dude? My friend, are you with me? Do you know how to do the ha ha ha? I think that's what they call it. Do you know how to do that? I've been working on it. It's a little difficult. It takes some practice. And then there was, I was watching a lesson on it this morning. And then you do it like with the power chord right here on the C. And then you go down to the E flat. And then the F. I think is how he did it. Yeah, like that. E flat and then F. Maybe like that. Oh yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, so you go. Yeah, but do you know who really wrote that or who really played that? I actually like the way it sounds better there. The A sharp, and the E. No, that's an E sharp. A sharp, E sharp. Yeah, that sounds better, man. Do you know who wrote that and who played that a lot? ZZ Top stole it from that guy. Johnny Lee Hooker. I watched a video of Johnny Lee Hooker the other night. Man, that little black dude was wild. He had a thing where he was going like this. With his finger, he'd go. How many years of practice did he do that, man? You just take this finger here and go. But he was doing that a lot, like in when he was playing. But he'd do it in different styles, different places. So yeah, man, it's just something to practice. One more thing for you, Mike. The Stormy Monday Slide. Start on your 3rd fret. Use your pinky and your what would that be? Is that your ring finger? Yeah, your pinky and your ring finger. Put it on the 3rd fret, on the B string and the D string, and then pluck those strings with these fingers and go down and back up. And then go to the high E and the G string and go. So it's like, and then go, that would be your 1. This would be your 4. And this would be your 5. So 1 chord. Okay, so that is called the Stormy Monday Slide. And I learned last week that comping, I used to say and tell people that comping is like when you're playing along with another guitar player and you just want to play something and stay out of his way. That's not accurate. What it is in blues music, when the band is playing and you just kind of want to, I would say like you're just kind of waiting around to take a solo. And what you do is you just kind of like this is your G, your F, G, C, F, C, G, D, B flat. And what it is you're just taking these little chords, like this is an A7. Well, you just get rid of that finger and you just play the A7 like this. And then on a D9. So A, D, G, C. So what that is that's a way of, they call it comping. And you could either go like this, like take your pick, go like this. Or you could, but you don't worry about the bass strings. And then you could do like they call this the half step slide, where you go down below, like that. Well, this is what I learned. This is kind of what I'm, I got this out of a lesson. There's a lot of ways of comping. Okay, you can comp like that. Now, when you play some blues songs, that fits in there perfect. You can hear it, and it's perfect. It matches it perfect. Other songs, it won't match. So you can definitely tell when they're doing that in a song. Now, I tried to find like other songs, country and rock. I could not find any other songs, any other like genre where they do that. So I don't know if blues is like the only genre that does that. But the other one is this. Go. And these are all 1, 4, and 5. Okay. And you have to practice it, man. It's a little tricky. Do you know that, Mike? To do that? Now you can do it in a straight fill. Or you could do it like in a shuffle type. So anyways, that's another way of comping. The other way of comping is like what I was showing you with the Monday, Stormy Monday slide. And you can hear that in some blues song. So, okay, anyways, that's kind of that. Oh man, I went past my half an hour. I gotta say, man, these strings feel real nice. I put these on there yesterday, Mike. That pin is staying in there. I could go check on my stupid dog. He's up there jumping around. I think he's starting to. Well, he's been doing it for quite a while now. I think he's losing his marbles, to be honest with you. I think he's getting like dementia, and I don't know, man. He's a pain in the ass. That's what I'm going to tell you. He really is a pain in the ass. You let him outside, and he just stands out there like he doesn't know what to do, and then you bring him back inside, and 15 minutes later, he wants to go outside again. If you try leaving him outside, just say, okay, the weather's not bad, just stay outside for a while. He just keeps jumping on the door, and he won't stop jumping on the door until you come and let him in. So it truly is getting to be a pain in the butt. All right, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. Hey, Mike. Thanks for joining, man. I was kind of wondering what happened to you. Whoa, that's too close. You don't want a close-up of me, man. So, yeah, I was kind of wondering what happened to you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. I just figured you were out working. So, I don't know. Did I show you that I got that slide? Did I show you that? This is called a ring slide, and it's got a little clip in there where you can clip. It kind of holds onto your finger. I do like it, but it's not good for like playing. You can get 2 strings on there. And that's about it. So if you like to do like the whole, all of the strings, you know, this isn't really very good for that. But I've done it on that finger, and I do it on this finger. And it works pretty good, man, when you're just doing like 1 string at a time. You know, 1 note at a time. So anyways, and it came in a little like ring box. Check that out. It came in this box. It's called a Black Mountain Slide. So you want to check it out, man. It's a little pricey. It was $40, but it's made out of some really, really strong metal, and I think it'll probably last forever. All right, y'all, I'm gonna jump on out of here. I gotta go check my dog because he's running around upstairs. He's like I told you, man, he's losing his brain. Him and I are in the same boat. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it, man. Y'all take care. And I'm gonna put the strings on that guitar a little bit later after the oil soaks in. And I'm gonna put 10s on it. So I went from 12s to 10s, and then we'll play around with that a little bit tomorrow. Okay, see y'all later. Bye, Mike.